and welcome to Flappity Flap Podcast with your hosts, Brandon and Sarah.
Hi.
Welcome to this week's edition of the aforementioned Flappity Flap Podcast. So we are not watching the Super Bowl.
No.
That was a cute look you did. What was that little shape? What would you call that shape? Like a W you made with your mouth? Because like the top lip goes like this. Like this, kind of. Yeah.
What? I don't...
No, when you did like this. No, never mind.
I don't know. I don't
Weird.
know what kind of face I was making.
Weird. Yeah, so I didn't even know who was playing. I had to Google it. And I didn't even know Tom Brady wasn't with the Patriots anymore because I assumed that the Patriots were in the Super Bowl.
So Tom Brady wasn't playing?
No, he is playing.
Who's he playing
He's with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, which is, I think, another word for pirate.
I don't know why I even asked, because that doesn't mean anything to my brain.
There was no change in your emotion?
Isn't that funny when you ask questions like that and you're like, the response, no matter what it is just like, oh.
I feel nothing.
Uh-huh.
So yeah, I've been fantasizing about Super Bowl snacks, but not about Super Bowl. And we've been looking at Super Bowl memes.
Pub mix.
Yeah, I finished the 5-gallon drum of pub mix yesterday.
You did. You powered through that.
That's a really rude thing to say.
What?
You powered through that.
You did power
had
through
to
it.
point out that mostly it was me.
You powered through it the way I power through pizza.
Okay.
Is that fair?
You recovered slightly.
Oh my goodness.
Mm-hmm. It's really good and salty, and salt is my thing. Salt is my thing. I mean, Charlie, stop eating your foot. Now's not the time. So like that ramen we had yesterday, and
oh yeah, that was good.
Asian rice crackers. It's all that salty shit.
I would like to get some more of those blue bag shrimp chips.
Yeah, we haven't seen those for a while.
Yeah, I don't know if they're making them anymore, but shrimp chips are so good.
They are
I like
good.
the sweet ones.
I don't. I like the salty ones. Big surprise. What happened?
There was a bug.
Dust motes? Oh. Yeah, anything salty.
What's your favorite Super Bowl snack?
7-layer dip.
Oh.
I have a lot of favorites, actually. I used to just like the simple pouring like shrimp cocktail over, it's not brie. What is the damn cheese? Is it
Gouda?
It's not blue cheese, it's not Gouda. It was like a soft, what the hell? Cream cheese. It's just cream cheese.
Oh.
Like Philadelphia cream cheese. And
I
then
like
you
cream
dip
cheese.
Triscuits. So shrimp cocktail over the cream cheese, and then you like dip, or you use like one of those little knives, those little baby knives.
Shrimp cocktail, what does that mean?
It's like cocktail sauce and little
Like the red sauce and shrimp? Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Yeah, I like that too.
Is really good.
With cream cheese?
Yeah, it's really good.
And what else? A Triscuit?
Triscuits, yeah. You can use any kind of cracker, but Triscuits are very hardy, and they can withstand the pressure, the downward pressure on the cream cheese. Salivating a little on the cream cheese. What?
I have a bug that's very interested in my face.
I thought you were like waving away my breath, like
No.
just not even trying to hide.
I can't imagine how that even tastes.
We should just get it. We should just get it tomorrow. Did you see how excited I got?
You're very excited.
Very excited. About it. Because we're not experiencing Super Bowl, but we can experience the snacks.
Cold shrimp scares me though nowadays for some reason. I don't know why.
I think a lot of cold stuff scares you. Like
probably
sushi.
because of.
But I
mean
think,
the you know.
Yeah, I'll have to bleep it. Thanks a lot. But I think you can just get like the pre-packaged, frozen or whatever. Obviously pre-packaged, just in like the meat kind of aisle, like with the chicken and stuff. You can just get the packs of little shrimp. We should do that. I bet you our local place has it. And I think mix it together and pour it over like a hunk of Philadelphia cream cheese and some Triscuits. It's probably actually a really bad idea because I've been snacking a lot. But it's a really simple thing to do. And I don't know if a lot of other people do it or it was just our family.
I've never done it. I've only ever had...
It was a staple of every...
It's probably just your family. Because I've had shrimp cocktail, but it's never had cream cheese with it.
I think also it might be kind of dated. Like, there were things that I think we
shrimp
used
cocktail?
to eat.
Like it's a 70s kind of thing?
I'm not that old.
No, but I'm saying like...
Yeah, maybe.
It kind of is, right?
Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, maybe. because it was like at every family function, someone would bring that. And it's very simple, but it's very good.
Same with mine, yeah.
Very good. Someone still brings shrimp cocktail, but there's just no cream cheese. So whoever's bringing the shrimp cocktail, I guess, doesn't care for the cream cheese. And
they probably just don't know that is a thing.
And they bring the bigger shrimp that you dip and eat. But these are like the little baby ones that don't have tails or anything. And
baby ones or just the normal size ones that have their tails removed?
No, they're the little guys. Like the really
little teeny
soft.
tiny ones that are like this?
Yeah.
What the hell?
Yeah.
Oh, weird. Okay, so when I think of shrimp cocktail, I think of like a cup.
Yeah.
With or whatever kind of, glass.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think that's how they serve it in the
normal
restaurants.
size shrimp on the rim with the red sauce
I think that's just
inside.
how you present it, like at a restaurant, like if you're ordering an appetizer. But I think
in general too, those like the normal size shrimp. I never have had it with the little itty bitty ones.
I don't know. Maybe it was like, because I don't know. We come from Okie stock. Maybe it was just like the white trash version of shrimp cocktail. I mean, probably because you have Triscuits with it. That is not, what do you call that? Artisan, crackers. But it's still really good.
I think people are trying to stop eating shrimp quite as much, actually.
Well, we hardly ever eat it, so I think it's okay for us too. Don't you think?
I don't know.
One stinking time. I think I probably eat shrimp like once a year. When I go to my family get together, like every Thanksgiving, and someone brings the shrimp that you dip in and then I eat like my weight in shrimp.
Wow.
And everyone's like, wow, we're out of shrimp. Someone bring another platter. And I'm like, yeah, who's eating all the shrimp?
Who's doing it as you're like licking off all your fingers?
I've just got like finger stains of red on my shirt. I don't know what you're talking about. It's, oh gosh, so good. I've always been a seafood eating child. Like they used to get mad at me at the, not mad, but kind of at the family reunions. Cause, I think like one year someone brought like breaded abalone or something, fried abalone. And I was just like macking down on it hardcore, like as a youngin'. And I'm like, who's this freaking kid eating all the abalone? And then when we'd go to like restaurants with my great grandpa, and I'd order like the lobster. I'd eat the lobster or the crab. And now I feel bad because the way they prepare them, I kind of like, I've thought about getting crab, during like the season when people would normally be going to crab feeds. And I just thought, I don't feel right about it now. Same with like calamari.
You don't feel right about eating seafood?
Just like the way they're killed and prepared, and it's just kind of horrible.
They're like mass.
Well, and just like fished. Alive, like either boiled alive or.
It is pretty fucked up.
Kind of horrible. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't think I want to. So are shrimp not humanely killed?
Probably not.
God damn it.
Also, I think it's probably good to not eat seafood just because the oceans are overfished.
I hardly ever do, though.
I know.
I mean, isn't my share not used up yet?
My share.
Anyway, so the topic of our episode is like things we're excited for about the future, like innovations, inventions. So I guess that would lead to the first one that I'm thinking of, which is laboratory grown, on a mass scale, laboratory grown meat. And now I'm including seafood in that because synthesize me some goddamn tasty shrimp that never had a soul or consciousness that I can eat guilt-free. So that's my number one, bumping self-driving cars.
Bumping it? So that's your number two? It was the first thing
that No, I don't know. I think, well, let's just kind of go. Let's do a little bit of back and forth. But I remember a while ago we talked about lab-grown meat, beef, whatever. I'm excited about that. I think it was they were finding more and more cost-effective ways to do it, and people were getting more on board with it. So at one point, like a unit or whatever was super expensive. And then, after a very short time, like maybe a year or two, they had cut that down because they were able to more effectively source it or something. Yeah. And I just think that...
Wasn't a patty like $2,000 or something?
Yeah, probably. But even just today watching that, I mean, I know this is nature, this is wildlife, so it's a little different, but watching that otter being chased by orcas. There's a video, and I've seen one, I think, with a seal too, and it comes across a boat, like a guy who's fishing or something, and it jumps up into his boat trying to escape the orcas. And the orcas just keep swimming around because they know he's on there. And he just looks terrified. He looks terrified of the human, and he looks terrified. And I just don't want to be the cause of a creature dying so that I eat it when I don't have to. But I do like the taste because I was taught to like the taste.
I think you just naturally like the taste. And also...
Naturally? But I was fed as a child. It's like I was fed sugar as a child, and that's how I learned that it was delicious, even though it's bad for you.
I think even if you had it for the first time now, you'd be like, "Oh my gosh, this is really good."
But if I knew what it was, because I'm sure I ate it when I was young enough, I didn't understand what it was. It's an animal that died for you to eat it. I think I didn't know what caviar was when someone brought it to our kindergarten class. I ate it. I thought it was delicious because it was salty, and clearly that's my thing. And then later it was like, fucking fish eggs? Oh, well, too late. I've tasted it and it's delicious, so I don't really care. Mm-hmm. But if someone had said, I don't know, maybe I just wasn't paying attention because I was like, food. But I think if you told a group of kindergartners what it was, they'd be like, I'm not eating that. I'm never eating that.
Meat?
Fish eggs, whatever.
Fish eggs?
Fish eggs, or, made them watch a cow being slaughtered or something. They'd be like, probably never...
Yeah, they'd probably be a little bit scarred from it.
Yeah. So I think the way I can enjoy eating meat is disconnecting from that process, which is kind of wrong.
It is, but I think a lot of Americans are like that, and some more so than others.
Yeah.
Like they can't handle it at all.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, I get... I think we're in kind of a odd situation where eating animal protein, it kind of goes further, right?
What do you mean?
It gives you energy for longer than like normal plant nutrients.
Well, I think like you said, we'd probably have to eat a lot more meals if we just switched to a plant-based diet.
I would think so.
Which is what some people like David Attenborough are pushing for. Is not that you're not eating any meat, but you're eating very little.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I think it's if you're eating like a hamburger every day,
it's not good for you.
It's not good for you, and also it's just completely unnatural. Mm-hmm. You would have, like in nature, you would kill an animal and you would eat the meat for like a minute with the tribe or whatever, but you wouldn't just be like day after day after day after day. Eating
the same cut of meat also
hunks of meat.
You would run out of that cut of meat,
especially considering your body type, which I think most Americans are not hunter body types.
They're desk jockey body types.
Yeah, so
a little soft around the midsection. Unlike you are kind of a desk jockey, but you also do a lot of exercise. But that's beside the point.
I do have a layer of fat over my stomach.
I think you have to, don't you?
Yeah, but I mean like thicker than just within the skin. Mm-hmm. Like a thick. It's kind of squishy.
Okay, I'll take your word for it. Well, I don't have to because I see you naked, so lucky me. No, it really is. Hey. I didn't mean it like that.
Wow.
I was trying to make it not too, like, sensual, because then I'd get...
Lucky me.
That's not what I meant. I didn't mean it like that. I actually meant lucky me, but I was trying not to sound too braggy. Okay? I'm serious. Okay. So lab-grown meat, that's really up there for me. For the animals and for myself, because I like meat. I like it. I would like to eat more of it. I would like less animals to die for it. Yeah?
That's a good thought.
I'm a good person, huh?
You are.
What's your number one? Have you... Okay. You look scared. Frightened.
I haven't thought of it.
Yeah, but come on. Like, think about something that's inconvenient for you now. You hate driving. Self-driving cars?
Well, I thought of one thing, but it's something that I've actually wanted to actually make.
Okay. What's wrong with that?
I don't know if I want to share it.
Oh, because you might actually have people steal your idea?
I mean, Maybe.
Do you want to like type it or something? Okay, well, then go to your next idea. But let's hold on. I want to write it down because I don't want to forget. What's Brandon's idea to steal for future invention? Okay.
It's a simple thing.
What is wrong with me?
And it has to do with hygiene, of course.
Manscaping?
No. Hygiene. Does manscaping have
hygiene?
That's a hygiene. Thanks.
Sorry.
Thanks.
Sorry, I did not mean to aim
maybe
it
cover your
right
mouth.
at your face.
Maybe cover your mouth next time.
But I don't want to get my hands dirty. Holy shit, look at that. Was that me? Holy shit.
Oh my god, you're gonna
the computer.
Blast out our listeners' eardrums.
I'll levelate it.
Okay.
Yeah, go ahead.
So inventions.
Or just future like innovations, developments, stuff like, science or whatever, either to make our lives healthy, happier, or more convenient. Oh, stomach's gurgling. A stomach silencer.
I just haven't thought of it.
Okay, I'll tell you my next one.
Yes, please.
That I have teleportation. I really wanted them to get on top of that. But I don't want to be a half fly girl. So I'm going to wait for them to really perfect that and a few people try it. I just think even just going to, and I think because the United States is a big country, right? And even California is quite a large state, and we have relatives not that far away, but all of our relatives practically are, I think everyone that we go to visit at family reunions is 3 hours away. And then because we have dogs that we don't want to leave overnight and we can't really take them and they're kind of high maintenance or whatever, we turn around the same day and come back. So it's a 6-hour drive every time.
Yeah.
And then it was just when I was dating my ex, he was in England, I was here, he couldn't come because he didn't have a visa. That was a whole thing. And it was man, just visiting places. I mean, I'm sure there'd be a lot of things. It'd probably be that thing where because we have it, now people don't use it. A lot of people live close to the ocean. They don't go to the beach even though, because they just can every day. So they take it for granted. But, we could go to Japan, take a day trip to Japan.
Mm-hmm.
It would probably be exorbitantly expensive to begin with.
Not be jet lagged.
Yeah, not be jet lagged. I just think that would be really cool. And I would love to have a glimpse into the future to know if it was ever going to happen. I mean, if you have enough time and the humans don't destroy the earth and they don't get killed by aliens. So while they're at it,
time machine.
Time machine?
Time machines, so we can see.
No, I think because I read a book once about wormholes, and you can use that to also look into the future and the past. So I think just if you had a nice little wormhole telescope, that I could just peek and go, oh, cool, they do get teleportation. They get that nailed down.
Do wormholes exist that we can look into?
I don't think so, not yet. But the book said
not yet. Aren't they out in space though?
I think this book. Who wrote it?
In outer space.
I don't remember, but I think there was a way that they were able to harness it or control them or something, and they used them to solve some crimes that had happened and to spy on people, and then so some people developed this secret hand touching language because they were always being spied on through wormholes. And it was kind of a cool idea though that you could look through space and through time with them. Can't for the life of me remember what it was, but it was kind of a cool concept. But it definitely told the pros and cons. There were things that maybe we should have never known, but it kind of revealed Jesus was not a prophet, or he wasn't a god, or he wasn't the son of God.
He was Messiah. He was
just a man. Stuff like that. And so I think maybe some of the religions crumbled, but then other religions sprang up, and crimes were solved that still were devastating to the families.
And what book was this?
I don't remember. I could probably Google it.
Oh, come on.
You know how many years ago it was?
I'm just kidding.
And as you pointed out, I'm a child of the 70s, so I've been alive for a long time. There's a lot of memories to sift through.
No, I was talking about shrimp cocktails being of the 70s. You're such a...
Anyway, so if you think about like that, does that jog any, there's got to be something where you go, like I tried to nudge you earlier, you don't like driving. I really like driving, but you don't like driving. I am interested in self-driving cars because that would give me more time to read.
I would like comfortable mass transit, mass travel vehicles. I think that would be amazing.
So
if you want to go on a flight, you don't have to cram in. If you want to be in coach on a flight, you aren't shoulder to shoulder with,
So if we don't have teleportation, if we can't have that, your next wish is comfortable mass transportation, mass transit.
That would be
because
awesome.
the teleportation could be like, you don't have to share anything with anybody.
Yeah, you don't got to do anything. It's definitely a step down from your idea.
Okay. I wasn't trying to point that out. I was just saying, I just wanted to clarify that teleportation covers all that.
Yeah, it covers travel, for sure.
But yours is probably a little more realistic.
And you could throw a spacesuit on and teleport to other planets if you wanted to, probably.
True. Teleport
that would be
and
awesome.
Get vaporized immediately. Awesome. I'll stick to Earth.
By who?
By the planet.
By the planet?
Like, what if you accidentally, I don't know, teleport to
Well, ideally, there are no
Jupiter.
accidentallys in these, theories.
Okay.
Theories?
Hypotheticals?
Hypotheticals.
Yeah. Good call. Good point. What else? Do you got any other? What else? Do you remember the Jetsons when George would be getting ready for work and Rosie the robot, at least in the Jetsons movie, she put like this tab, it looked like a pat of butter on his tongue, and he swallows it and he's like, thanks for breakfast. Ooh, you burnt the toast. But it's just like a meal and a pill. I feel like I like eating, but I like eating too much. And I think if the need to eat was removed, I think that would be a really good thing for me. Because I wouldn't make bad choices. I wouldn't have to make any choices. Like if you just had a pill that was just fuel. Like not even like, oh, I'm going to have a pill that tastes like eggs and toast or a sandwich. It would just be like, not taste like anything, and it would just fill you up and give you the exact amount of fuel for the day or for 4 hours or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I think I would like that.
That would be cool. They already kind of have stuff like that. Like Soylent,
Yeah, but there's like issues with it, having lead because of the milling. Because remember, I looked at it. I was gonna like
having lead.
Because I think like it's a very small amount, but they still have to warn you. It's kind of like the Prop 65 warnings with coffee and seaweed and all that stuff. But still,
there's an interesting thing that I don't know if we've talked about. Sushi restaurants. Mm-hmm. I don't think they warn you about that Prop 65, but they do warn you on seaweed labels.
I wouldn't be surprised if there's a sign and it's just not super prominently displayed, like at the front, hostess station, because that's what they have at coffee shops. At least, I think they have to have them all now because of the roasting of the beans or the harvesting of I think it's the roasting process.
Probably carcinogenic. Yeah.
So it's probably like that, and they don't have to then like remind you, okay, the thing you're about to eat has seaweed in it.
And the seaweed is because of chemicals.
Or there probably is something on the menu, but again, it's not front and center. It's like at the back, something like that.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think I've ever seen it.
We should look next time.
I'm pretty sure I've looked a couple times. The last few times we've gone into sushi places. Yeah, a little strange. Whereas if you buy the seaweed, in store, it has it big on the back.
I wonder if it's because the quantity that you're buying triggers the warning, because even if you're not going to eat that whole amount, it's possible because you know what I mean, like the amount that you're buying adds up to enough that they have to give you a warning.
Interesting.
I'm just speculating. Because of the coffee place, you buy 1 cup of coffee and you drink a cup of coffee, but they still have to have a little sign up. I don't know if they have to, and I don't know how prominent displayed it has to be.
You can buy as much coffee as you want.
But I'm just saying, usually you're buying like one.
So if you buy multiple coffees, I wonder if they give you No, they already have the warning. Never
Yeah.
mind.
I don't know. I don't know the answer. And maybe other coffee shops don't prominently display it, but our one here in town does. Yeah.
Interesting.
What else you got?
I would like a computer that isn't constantly having issues.
That when it updates, it really updates and upgrades.
Instead of slows down.
Okay, but here's the thing. To me, that is possible right now. They just choose not to do it because they want you to buy a goddamn new one.
Yeah.
So that is like our wish should be coming true. Our wish came true probably quite a few years ago, and they've just been setting us back so that we spend more money.
Yeah.
Fuck you, you guys. You tech guys.
The CEO always has to be loaded.
It's all the all the executive officers, the shareholders.
Yeah, you couldn't possibly just have a company where people are comfortable at the top and the company is run really well. No, it has to be like this unbalanced mess. Yeah.
I mean, what was I thinking about the other day where I kind of almost understood it? Like, oh God, I don't remember what it was. If it was like, if you buy a thing, you get a free mattress. Oh, they were signing up testers for mattresses. And at the end of the test, you get to keep the mattress. And it's like a really good, like Tempur-Pedic or some kind of thing. And I'm like, well, why would I do that? I already have a Tempur-Pedic that I paid, $3,500 for, and it should last a long time. And it's like, well, that kind of sucks because they're going to give those people that mattress, and those people are not going to go out and buy a mattress for forever. But like,
yeah.
So, price it high enough that you make money, and then they come back to you every time because your thing lasts. I mean, I will buy a Tempur-Pedic again because thankfully with a mattress, there's no planned obsolescence. They can't like program the foam to fail on you after 2 years.
Well, and they're not hurting for money.
Yeah.
Is the biggest issue with that. It's like, it'd be one thing to have this sort of planned obsolescence thing if the company was like, shit, we need to make sales. But
we're having to lay people off, and all the people are taking pay cuts, and our chief officers are not living in McMansions.
But no, they're all very comfortable.
We're doing that thing again where
we're bitching.
We act like old people.
In my day. In my day, they used to make everything out of metal. Now everything's made out of fucking plastic.
It's true, though. You're making fun,
but I bitch about that
you do.
all the fucking time.
Yeah. Oh,
whenever
it broke.
I go to the
why?
store,
Because it's plastic.
Oh, because, man, I fucking flimsy garbage plastic. Of course. And when you go to the store, I was at Home Depot the other day. And I picked up some bungees and was like, oh, great, yeah, plastic. That's what I want, plastic hooks. They don't make metal hooks anymore, apparently.
What?
I'm sure they do, but they didn't have them at Home Depot.
Fuck, man. I thought we were supposed to be moving away from plastic. Okay, we got to take it. We got to bring it back to something lighthearted.
Companies.
Goddamn motherfuckers.
Yeah, they're fucking shitheads.
Yeah.
And metal, it's just so superior. I mean, what are you doing with bungees? You leave them on things outside in the sun. What does plastic do in the sun? It dries out and cracks and breaks.
But metal rusts. You got that.
Doesn't matter. It holds up.
Okay.
I'm
just playing devil's advocate.
Metal Al Bundys will hold up. Metal bungees hold up. And yeah, I was in the store half quietly bitching. It's like, fucking plastic. Stupid.
Fucking fascists.
Fucking plastic. Everything's made out of plastic.
I'm sorry. It wasn't me.
I know it wasn't you. It's just...
No, every time I go to, I'm looking around for raw food for Charlie, and I'm like, oh, cool. They send you 2 10-pound bags of these little patties, and they're separated by a layer of paper. Okay. And I'm sure they're sealed in plastic, which I kind of get it, but I'm like, God damn it. This is why I have to go to a local store. But they probably got whatever their food is shipped in plastic. But if you want something fresh-ish or even freeze-dried, it's all going to be wrapped in plastic. Like, what did it? I guess people didn't used to ship stuff as much.
What did they do back in the day?
When
They
plastic didn't
used
exist?
cans and stuff?
Yeah.
I mean, why don't we utilize the can a little more? I mean, you can recycle like 99% of tin and aluminum, right?
And don't ask me. I'm no scientist. I'm no metal scientist.
I don't know either, but I'm sure there are options other than fucking plastic for every freaking thing we do.
You're killing the turtles. You're killing the sea turtles.
It's really annoying when plastic is on like tools and stuff. Mm-hmm. Or vehicles. It's like you bump into a thing. Well, my bumper just shattered.
Well, we just got to make an effort to buy non-plastic.
But it's
more expensive.
everywhere now. And even stupid
But I just
Snapple.
mean stuff that we can. Yeah.
Snapple used to be
Snapple, we're
glass.
boycotting you, by the way. Not that we ever drank that much of you, but
Did we talk about this already?
I think maybe.
Somebody had mentioned, so everybody was hating on Snapple for turning to plastic, but somebody else had mentioned, well, they're probably saving on freight because of the weight. It's like, I guess that makes sense, but also plastic. The plastic problem that the world has been having.
I think that's the thing I think that's your passion project. You're kind of...
Oh, there's a thing. No more fucking plastic. A plastic substitute.
I kind of figured. I mean, I think that kind of went without saying.
I mean, you basically just spoon fed it to me, and then I was like, oh.
I kind of just thought we were going there, and then you were like, hey, ding ding,
Hey.
click. That was a little light bulb.
It was on the whole time. I just didn't realize.
Cool. That's a lofty goal. I think that's a good one. Unlike mine, which have been kind of selfish.
So these are goals?
Well, no, like, I just mean things we want. I guess my thing about, what was the thing I said? What was the first thing I said?
Meat.
Oh, yeah, that was kind of lofty. But really, it's for me because I like the taste of meat and I don't want the guilt. I want guilt-free meat. I guess I said self-driving cars. What are you doing?
Making noises. Self-driving cars.
Cars. I guess
Self-driving cars.
vaccines that are like foolproof vaccines for like everything. Which then we would have a more of a population problem, and I think we'd have to have better solutions to that. But the goal here is not to come up with solutions for all the consequences that would come from these inventions and innovations. So this is just pure,
Yeah.
because. So one of the things you had a scare a while back. I hope it's okay to talk about this, where you potentially thought you had mixed fluids with someone. Not in a sexual way, just to be clear, but had an open cut and someone else had a cut, I think, or was kind of dirty. Anyway, so you were worried.
There was blood all over the thing, and I went to help the person. I mean, we could talk about it. Like,
okay.
So she was trying to get her car out of park because she was blocking the road, blocking the fucking road, a one-way road, and you're parked in the middle of it.
It's not one way, it's single lane. Yeah.
Sorry, single lane. So she was trying to get her car out of park and cut her hand on the parking brake, and there was blood all over it. I didn't realize. So I reach in and I'm trying to help her get the car out of park. I cut my hand on the same thing. It was my fault for reaching in because she didn't even ask.
You were trying to help her, though.
But
she was clearly at a loss.
She was parked in the middle of the road, which she shouldn't have been. And she had her parking brake on, which if you know it doesn't work, don't use it.
Right.
And then after all that, I was like, you can drive with your parking brake on. It's not good to do.
Yeah.
But you can.
If you're stuck.
At least to get out of the way.
Right.
And so then it was like months of just worrying, like, do I have hepatitis?
Yeah, because they tell you not to get a test, like, until like 4 or 6 months later to be sure.
It was
and
like
he was
6
very
months
worried.
of waiting.
I know you don't like that I bring up that you have a little bit of a fixation. I think that's like your like number one fear. So I have fears about things. It's not like, obviously I don't want to die from these things or be lifetime debilitated from them, but it's like it's very high on your conscious level of worry.
I think because
And
it's
to the point where you were losing sleep and I didn't realize it for a while. But, you know, if there were foolproof, just a shot or a pill you could take
there are pills you can take for both HIV and hepatitis C.
But there's certain hepatitis, I thought you said, like, that can't.
I think there are different kinds of hepatitis C. But yeah, I think at this point it's all pretty much curable, or if not curable, it's at least to the point where you can rid it of your system mostly, or make it non-detectable and non-transmittable, I believe. So
A lot of question marks in there.
I'm not totally sure because I hadn't fully looked into it, but it's scary because it's with you for life.
Yeah.
And it's like, can I talk about your...
Yeah, that's what I was going to go into next.
So I was worried about your tick bite because Lyme's disease can really fuck you up. Lyme disease.
Katie's going to slap you through if she's listening.
So I mean, I wouldn't be worried at all about it if it wasn't like a potentially life ruining disease.
But I think it's my point. I mean, it's just that you worry more about stuff happening to me like that, whereas I was just like, it's disgusting. This invasive creature was burrowed into me. I look down in the shower and I'm like, oh, great. There's these little legs sticking out because he's in my sternum. And I'm just like, you fucking disgusting, you know. And we had kind of read like, oh, Lyme disease is actually curable if you catch it early. Like, I think you really have to let it go. And you have like these huge marks on you and you have like other symptoms.
Yeah, if you let it go.
But I had read it is curable if you catch it early enough. So I just, you know, kind of more for you, I called the advice nurse just to confirm what to do. And, you know, they told
more
some...
for me.
Because you were really stressing about it.
If I'm not around and you have that kind of stuff happen, like... You know,
but I knew that it was like a monitor situation.
A what?
A monitoring situation. You just monitor it. If it gets worse, you go to the doctor.
Yeah.
But because I know you worry a lot about that stuff. But my point is, I think it would just be cool. And of course, my first thought was cancer, you know, and I know that AIDS is like, I mean, people have to be on a lot of drugs with AIDS and HIV, but it would just be great. And I think it's within human beings' power, if they have the right resources, to have cures for all this stuff, you know? I mean, and I was reading the
government has to stop hoarding everyone's money.
Right.
And same with...
Right. And spending it on defense instead of... I mean, like, defense is important.
Have to
yeah, there's that too.
Hoarding money
there's that too.
In order for...
If they said, is it true that what they said about Bezos, that if he could give every one of his employees, which I find this hard to believe,
$100,000,
how many employees does he have? Like, what are we really talking about?
And still be as wealthy as he was the year before.
Really?
I think because of COVID,
like a billionaire.
Amazon prices went up.
Made a lot of money. I think just everyone ordered online. Everyone.
I mean. I think he has donated to like climate change.
He's got foundations,
different things, but
his people...
You really wonder how much of it is just tax write-offs.
Their drivers were so stretched at one point before COVID, when we lived in that other town, that, I mean, they would just throw stuff over the fence. And like one guy I talked to said, it's awful. People were peeing in bottles in their cars because they didn't have time to stop for brakes. Yeah. And like that was maybe an extreme scenario, but they're getting paid minimum wage. And like, seriously, you fucking hypocritical piece of shit. So people like, I applaud Jeff Bezos for going and working on his passion. Fuck you. If only all of us could afford to go work on our passion projects, you know, or just like be a little more relaxed and not stressing about
making an online fucking
And God forbid you fall and break a leg and then you have to pay thousands of dollars or have these bills hanging over you for years or the rest of your life.
You gotta start talking like this.
In my day.
Yeah.
It was, wasn't great, but it was still better. But, you know, you just know that it's a funding issue and a political issue. Because also you have these pharmaceutical companies. So I don't really want to go further down the rabbit hole of crankiness, but I think it would be amazing if, you know, I read The Expanse, which is now a TV show, but I was reading it, and they get exposed to radiation, and you're on the ship, and they just get treated, for radiation, and they're fine, or they take their medication, and it's like, it's not a thing. Now that's obviously a stretch, and it's science fiction, but I just feel like if science was allowed to, barring kind of any ethical issues, which I think is important to regulate, but if they were kind of given free reign and funding, you just know they could solve so many problems. And there's a lot more involved, and there's a lot of issues with political and physical boundaries between countries, and everyone has to be able to do their thing. But if there's people literally starving,
and everyone working together would be a nice thing.
Yeah,
like with the vaccine, if
stop saying the word.
Sorry. If all the world's governments would pull their fucking
collective heads
out of their own asses and maybe work together on shit instead of being like, me, mine, mine, me.
What can we talk about? What's a lighthearted invention? Because all of these
that doesn't have
just...
to do with governments that are just garbage.
Okay. I mean, do you like the idea of flying cars? Do you like, what about like a thing that would just like take your farts away or something, so you wouldn't potentially fart in bed?
Gas
that thing we were talking about?
They already have that.
Yeah, but, just like...
Not a sponsor.
Not yet.
Yeah, give us a call.
Maybe if we talk about how farty we are. What did we have? We had like ramen, and then you had like a burrito.
Last night...
Brussels sprout quesadilla.
Last night I had a sausage cheese Brussels sprout quesadilla.
Oh yeah, I guess cheese does it too.
And
after a full bowl of ramen.
And before you retch about that, I seasoned it well, and I had some Cholula on it, so it was fucking delicious.
He does season food well, and,
it was
and
good.
Cook it well.
But then
he was just trying to get some veggies into him.
But then I woke up this morning and was like,
foghorning it out of your butt.
You were downstairs.
Farting up a storm myself.
So I was just letting them rip.
Burning holes in the sheets.
Rest in peace. The bed, the sheets. Pretty special though. I think everybody probably knows what it's like to hold in farts.
Kind of excruciating.
Have like, kind of a lot of farts. Just be loaded up,
Locked and loaded.
Loaded to the brim.
Oh. That's a visual.
And then and as you're doing it, you're like, holy crap, what is happening to me? Have you ever done that where you're like amazed at your own amount of farts that are coming out of you? And you're like, what is happening?
I was going to say, yeah, but I usually know what's coming. I can usually gauge. I just picture you like, blasting yourself up and like hitting your head against the wall because of how much you were farting, No,
I've never had that happen.
It'd be funny if it did though. Wouldn't it?
Thanks.
As long as you didn't sustain any serious head injury. I don't want you to really hurt yourself, just for comedic
Just
effect.
A little bit. I just want to see you slam your head against the wall a little bit from your farts.
Yeah.
I was just hoping you wouldn't come up because I was thinking like, man, the room
next time just yell. If you hear me coming up, just yell to me. Wait.
Don't
stop.
come in.
It's dangerous. You'll die.
Mm-hmm.
I'm glad Chuck was out too because he's small. So he could probably get taken out.
Suffocate.
Anyway, what else? Anything like food related where, I don't know. Or, I don't know, just what's like a thing that you like to do or, I don't know, that would be more at your fingertips?
I mean, cool art programs would be neat.
But it's going to be something kind of...
yeah,
kind of out of the range of...
I don't know.
What about as a kid? Did you ever fantasize about...
I'm excited for future video games. What?
I don't know.
Why are you laughing at me?
I don't know. It's just funny.
The future of video games. As long as, I mean, the big companies kind of suck now. But
The reason I laugh is because in one of our recent episodes where you talked about heaven, that also video games featured very prominently in your vision of heaven. It's just funny.
why?
I just wonder if you played video games as much as your heart really wants to.
I would look like
How
that guy
much?
on South Park.
Okay. With the hand braces, the carpal tunnel braces.
Leaned back.
Uh-huh. With like a skullet. Eating Hot Pockets, pooping in a bucket.
God.
Oh, that was Cartman, I guess.
No, I don't think I would ever.
Batman. Anyway.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Do you have more specifics? Because,
No, just the technology that they'll come up, that companies will come up with. Because I remember when the Wii came out, and it was like,
Oh, yeah, wireless.
excuse me,
Thank
it
you
was
for
amazing. Not wireless, motion controls.
that. Oh,
Duh.
bitch. It was wireless. Like, before that, they were
Before that, they were wireless too.
I didn't play them then.
They had controllers.
I had the Nintendo 64. That was probably before.
There were a few consoles between that.
All
and
right,
the
you
Wii.
sassy, snobby ass bitch. Man, if I could just show your face. This is when I wish we had videos so people could see, like, there were a few before. Born in the 70s. I mean, technically, I was 79.
I didn't even say you were born in the 70s. I was talking about...
You just had to emphasize how Shrimp Cocktail was from the 70s.
Yeah. I don't understand.
Oh, cut me to the quick.
It doesn't have... It's...
Anyway, talk about the Wii.
Not everything is
Wii.
about you.
What? That's even meaner.
Is it?
No, go ahead.
Is it more mean?
What were you saying? What are you doing in there?
I got a little piece of something.
Oh, gross. Little Brussels sprout?
No, I think it's from the
Tuna? Oh, God. Just a piece of rice chunked loose.
Can you...
Oh, sorry.
Jeez.
Sorry. You're fine to talk about your fart machine, like your internal fart machine, but you're not fine to talk about like a piece of rice that came loose?
Yeah, it's embarrassing.
More embarrassing than the fart? That was a joke. I get it.
It was
I wasn't with
Good job. You caught up.
I'm going to give you the biggest wedgie later. Like,
No, you're
so
not.
big.
I'm gonna give-
so big.
I'm going to give you
so
one.
big you can't even imagine.
I'm going to give you such a
Nope.
bad one, you're going to be able to taste it.
What would it taste like? Cotton? All right. Anyway, video game consoles, wireless, or no, not wireless. Well, motion. You were excited about the Wii.
Wireless
I was trying to backtrack
consoles?
to where we were before you got fucking sassy. The Wii. That was like groundbreaking.
The Wii was pretty sweet. And now they have the Switch, which is very expensive. I guess it's not that expensive.
Do you want one?
I think it'd be fun to get one.
What does it do?
It's basically just a Nintendo. It's like the latest Nintendo system.
Okay. Well, you're not selling it. I mean, make me want it.
I mean, have you ever played Super Smash Brothers? Or any of the Mario games?
Super Smash Brothers are the ones you can pick all the different characters.
Yeah, you can pick like Sonic and Donkey Kong and Yoshi.
Yeah, I think we did play it maybe for a minute. I don't think I've ever played Mario Party, actually.
I don't think you and I have ever played Mario Party, Super Mario, Super Smash Brothers together.
I thought we played Super Smash Brothers. I thought...
The last time I had Super Smash Brothers was on a GameCube.
I thought you bought it and then maybe played it with E-Man as well.
Oh, he may have brought it.
Oh,
he may have brought his Switch.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Okay. How much is the Switch?
I think it might be like $300 or $400.
Oh, okay.
Which, paying for something that's just gonna take time out of your life, it's a hard thing.
To give you pleasure?
I know, but it's a hard thing to like commit to because like you got shit going on.
You should give yourself more. Well, maybe with the next stimulus check, if they push that through, $1,200.
Wow.
You could maybe justify that because you hardly ever buy yourself nice, fun things. But
the last fun thing I bought myself was food.
Which food? That's something you have to have.
I know.
Oh, that makes me sad.
That's okay.
Godly.
Food is great.
It would be a distraction, though, and if you're trying to get this game finished. I think it would be really hard for you. Maybe you should tell yourself at the end of the game.
I could buy myself a game.
How long do you think it will be?
I don't know.
Okay. I'm not trying to pressure you, but I'm just saying, like, is that a reasonable amount of time? Like, if it was like 3 months, where when we put out the first sort of version or iteration, I'm gonna buy myself a Switch.
We might be able to finish it in 3 months or sooner.
Okay. That's not bad. That's not far.
It's kind of hard. Because I don't know what I'm doing really, so it's hard to figure out.
Well, and you're working in between as well, so.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that should be a goal. So that's a thing that's already invented. What kind of video game would you want to see be invented, or what kind of capabilities?
Oh.
No, I'm just building on. Oh, do you?
I know.
What?
A side-scrolling Kirby game.
Which one's Kirby?
Kirby?
What? That's not like...
So
but that's
Kirby
within the realm of possibility already.
I know, but it's not, because they're never going to make it again.
It's just funny.
They made Kirby, like Magic Mirror or something was maybe the last one they made. And then they started making things like Kirby Pinball and Kirby Epic Yarn or something. I don't know.
Kirby Goes to Camp.
Basically.
Kirby Goes to Prison.
That's Ernest.
Oh.
You're thinking of Ernest.
They seem very similar.
Close. But, yeah, so I don't think they're ever going to make it again. The next game they're going to make is probably going to be like Kirby's Epic Doorknob Adventure or some fucking stupid thing. I don't know. I just saw the doorknob in my peripheral.
I like that you're drawing from your environment for your fantasies.
Yeah. Hey, come on.
You need to dream.
Well, I mean, it's not that much crazier than Yarn and Pinball.
What?
Those are Kirby games.
Oh, I know, but I'm saying compared to like the cool things that like people only dream of right now. It's just funny that you're like.
Okay, I guess then like
no, that's fine. That's perfectly fine. You know, this is your fantasy.
A playable 3D Kirby game that is like the classics where you can, suck up enemies and then steal their powers.
You know, I'm combining this episode theme with another, which is future predictions. I predict that you will make that game.
I can't.
Why?
Kirby?
Yeah. I bet you...
I can't. I would have to own the rights.
You probably will in the future.
What?
You probably will.
How?
Because you'll make so much money off of this game that you're going to put out. And maybe you'll have another game in between. And then you'll basically become like at least a millionaire. And then Kirby will maybe be flagging in popularity. So you'll be able to afford the rights. And then you can make the game.
Wow, you've got this all figured out.
Hey, it's all about the visualization, the dream building. I'm in it.
All right.
That'll be happening when we live in our beach house, our private beach.
That would be sweet.
Yeah.
Cool.
Just visualize that and do the meditations with me and we'll be good to go. You might not want to make the game at that point, but you could commission it. You'll probably be rich enough at that point to commission it and say, actually, I don't really want to make it. You make it. Get it done. Or do it now.
Yeah, like
stop wasting time on Kirby Goes to Camp and do this other thing that you said.
Kirby's Halloween turtle parachutes, whatever the fuck. You remember that? Kirby? No, that was from Kirby Goes Camp, or not Kirby Goes to Camp. Ernest Goes to Camp, where they're just turtles parachuting, or they're tortoises, I guess.
I don't remember that.
Which are technically turtles.
Let's not go down that rabbit hole.
Yeah, the Ernest movies, man, those were.
Let's not go down that rabbit hole either. Let's try to stick someone on topic. I mean, if you really want to talk about Ernest.
I mean, what is there to talk about? The troll one that freaked me out when I was younger?
It was kind of a joke. I didn't really want to talk about it. It was gross. One? The mucus from the trolls was disgusting.
Yeah.
Yeah. But anyway, we can do another episode on Ernest movies. We can watch all the Ernest movies because that's clearly a thing you want to do.
I used to like the Ernest movies.
I did too. I used to watch them with my dad and sister. That was like our weird little dorky thing that we did.
Yeah.
Kind of like watching SpongeBob. But I still do that.
SpongeBob's not weird and dorky.
Okay. No, you're right. You're right. I know. That's like a why I oughta face.
Mm-hmm.
Anything else that you would like to see as an invention or an innovation or development? How about, I guess I could have taken a Prilosec. Consume Prilosec. I should probably cut that.
I mean, you basically already covered this with teleportation, but just like portals would be cool.
Actually, that might be safer than teleportation, because then all your stuff isn't being scrambled up and reassembled. It's just doorways, right? Basically.
Yeah. You like have a doorway in your house and it's like, this is the doorway that leads to work.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think that would be safer. I think I would like that better.
How do you figure?
Because your stuff's not getting scrambled up, chopped up, and reassembled.
How do you know?
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know. I just don't want to be the fly.
Yeah.
Okay?
That's fair.
Or any
become,
other.
Like,
ugh.
become what do you call? What would you call it? Grown into your clothes? Like have your clothes like embedded into you?
Yep.
Yeah, that would be horrifying.
Mm-hmm.
Or like that X-Files. Remember that X-Files?
Oh yeah, they get stuck together.
Yeah.
What was it? Was it a spaceship that went by? An alien ship? Or?
Yeah, the alien ship goes by and puts Mulder into this special Area 51 agent's body.
Oh yeah, isn't
bodies.
it Michael? What's his name? McKean? Isn't it him from?
He was like this womanizing.
Wasn't he from Spinal Tap? This is Spinal Tap. I think he was.
I don't remember.
Clue.
He's been in a lot of stuff.
Yeah, he's been in a lot of stuff. I need to go back and watch it because that's one of the ones I fell asleep.
This is a good one. So
But at the beginning, isn't it like a couple that is like making out and they get like smushed together?
That's toward the end, I think. Yeah, they get smushed together and they're just kissing and then the ship flies over and then they're like mashed in together.
Let that be a lesson to you.
Mm-hmm.
Don't kiss.
Don't ever kiss.
You never know when an alien ship's going to fly by and merge your particles.
Exactly. Don't even hold hands. Don't even look at each other.
You can barely do an elbow rub.
Mm-hmm.
An affectionate elbow rub.
But even then, that's risky.
I don't want our elbows getting commingled. That's true.
No. How would you separate?
A scalpel. Remember I said we should get a scalpel because you could have sliced that tick out of me more easily and it would have felt more clean.
I think
like
you would have.
his essence wasn't still in me.
I think you would have hated it, and I think it would have been a dangerous thing to do. Because if I cut too deep,
I trust you.
I would.
Unless you like fell and I don't know. I just don't think.
I'd probably hold the blade like way down at the bottom, so I couldn't possibly.
And maybe not while I was in the shower, all soapy.
No, yeah, you'd have to be like laying down.
Yeah.
I just would rather not. I'd rather not.
I just really wanted it to be a clean slice, like to make sure everything was out. You know?
Well, I'm pretty sure we got them all.
I wonder if I'm going to start showing some tick-like characteristics, you know?
I hope not.
Like if he's a radioactive tick, and then I suddenly just start like mashing my head into your neck in the middle of the night, you know, just trying to get in there.
Yeah.
Start growing some additional appendages out of my torso. That might be cool.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
And I'll have to like take a match to you.
Oh. Smother me with Vaseline. God, they're disgusting.
Mm-hmm. They
Good
are.
Good times. Yep.
I used to light them on fire.
Good for
when
you.
They would be on me. And
I know I'm all about humanity. Oh.
Yeah, ticks are awful.
I'm all about humanity. But they do serve some kind of purpose.
No, they don't.
Yeah, you're right. I was just trying to be
What
evolved.
purpose could they possibly serve?
Transmitting
Spreading
diseases
disease?
to keep population under control. I don't know.
Yeah, I guess that is technically a thing.
Maybe they're just more like a virus that, you know, I mean, they just want to propagate. Yeah, what is there? There must be a purpose. Didn't we look it up or did I deliberately forget it because they're so disgusting?
Because of that first thing that you said.
Yeah.
That's probably the only thing they actually do that's of any sort of beneficial effect, even though it's not really good because it's killing people.
But it's not even efficient because it's like Lyme disease is like a debilitating long-term thing. It doesn't even kill you.
Yeah, it just cripples you.
They have to have a purpose. Maybe we should do that next time. It's gross creatures and what is their fucking purpose?
I don't know if you
mosquitoes.
I don't know if you need a purpose to to be alive. You can just be an asshole. Just be there and be an asshole. It's like
but
mosquitoes.
They're not even, yeah. But I feel like a lot of things exist and they do have a place in the ecosystem. We just don't want to admit that because it makes it harder to hate them. I mean, I just really want to cultivate a little possum pet who will just nibble them out of the yard.
Well, mosquitoes might actually be a food source for fish.
Oh, yeah, they could just exist as a food source for possums. But why do they have to do such a disgusting behavior? Get out of my belly.
Uh-huh.
Because that's basically practically where he was.
Stop drinking my blood.
It's mine.
Go drink some water or something. Something that a normal creature drinks.
I'll give you some mites to munch on. You don't have to drink my blood. I'll feed you. Feed me, Seymour.
I'll feed you with some little tweezers.
Poison. Feed you. Oh.
Feed you poison.
Here.
Here.
Good.
You're like preparing this tiny little meal with tweezers. Oh, yeah.
A little salt shaker of arsenic.
And it goes, you first. Holds up a tiny little cup.
Damn it.
I think you'd be fine. Because it would be like not anything at all. It'd be
I'd just be like, okay.
We're good.
Yeah. Game on. Bring it.
That's how we're going to eradicate the ticks.
Yeah. It'll be time consuming, but worth it in the end. Mm-hmm. I think on that note, we've given all we have to give.
Okay.
Right? I mean, they don't want what else we have to give at this point.
Probably not. They probably don't. No.
Any parting words of wisdom? More than what you've already given.
You fucking... unbelievable.
Tell the listeners what to do, Brandon, to support us.
What do they do?
Like, subscribe, leave a review, subscribe. Fuck. Like, hit the bell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With a little more pep.
Hit the bell.
What?
What kind of pep? Like,
just like a little more,
hit
bubbly.
The bell. Hit the bell.
Not like you don't have to yell.
Oh, I was doing like a cheerleader, like a pep person. You give me an example. Tell me how it should sound.
Smash that like button.
Perfect.